Cosmic Crack opens a new door to understanding the stars, moon, and planets for yourself and also for people in the news. Are they acting authentically or just faking it? You'll hear the inside scoop about those newsmakers, their mindset, and intentions. Host Jenny Stone shares her wit and wisdom about astrology right here each week on webtalkradio.net.
Hi there. This is Cosmic Crack. This is Astrology in Action, and today we're going to look at the chart for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, yes, Vice President. And we're going to see what she is behind the scenes. She was born October 20th, 1964, in Oakland, California. That means Sun in Libra, Moon in Aries, and they're exactly opposite. And that means she was born on a full moon. A full moon. But with a mostly below the horizon chart. What does that mean, mostly below the horizon chart? It means that if you were to stand and you could, say on top of a mountain, and you could see the horizon, then there wouldn't be much above the horizon. There'd be the moon. Yeah, it's big. There would be Saturn and there would be Jupiter. But everything else is below the horizon. Mars, Uranus, Pluto, Venus, the Sun obviously, Mercury, and Neptune, all below the horizon. Now, usually people with a below the horizon chart are not comfortable being in public. They don't like living in a goldfish bowl. Unlike teachers. Teachers love to be in public. People who are on the stage or in public view, they love to be in that goldfish bowl. But not Kamala Harris. But it also means that we're not seeing everything that goes on. We're not seeing the big days and the not so good days, because when she puts herself out there, she does it with intent. And we have a birth time of 9:28 p.m. and that puts her north node exactly on the ascendant. Again, very unusual. Very, very unusual. It means that this is a lifetime of destiny, of fate, where she was born into an energy that told her she had a purpose, a very big purpose to complete. She has purpose, she has power, and she knows the direction. And everything is leading up to this. But despite that below the horizon chart, she uses the North Node to put herself out there and promote herself with spunk and stamina, face obstacles, push through adversity. Oh yeah, she has courage. Not the kind that it takes to go into battle or be a first responder, but the guts to face what's internally stopping her, what she's afraid of, and overcoming that by sheer determination to get through. Now, what we see is somebody who appears very confident, but she may actually have some fears left over from childhood, especially the kind of fears that she won't get the approval that she needs. And if you know her history, she needed approval. But what we also see is that she's able to draw people out. Publicly, privately, yes. But there's also times when a friendly discussion can become argumentative. And we saw that happen in one of the early debates. But she pulled herself up. She did what she had to do. She turned it around. And she has the self-discipline to do that. So she's doing it by sheer guts and will. Let's look at the chart about money. She has good earning capacity, though sometimes she overspends, sometimes she oversaves, and either way, sometimes that makes her feel like there's not enough. Yeah, isn't that weird? People who overspend have to pull back and go, wait a minute, there is enough. People who oversave sometimes have to pull back and go, wait a minute, I'm making myself feel poor. And that's what happens if you've got a Jupiter retrograde in your chart. But she worked her way through that. She worked her way through to become an authority. And her trademark is that she's working with universal themes. And she's being patient and diplomatic and approachable and willing to listen as she gathers information and makes friends. And that's a mixture of soft skills, the soft skills of listening, but also wanting to put her ideas forward and be heard. And she put those two together, those two gifts together, and she aimed for the top leadership place at this historic time. You've got to congratulate her for doing all that with sheer self-discipline and determination. So let's look at what's in store for her. I'm seeing a big move starting the middle of November when she takes on some very big responsibilities. Very, very big. This is a once-in-a-lifetime shift of responsibilities. And it doesn't happen in every lifetime. But it is happening to her at a historic time. And I'm hoping that means that she will become, in fact, the next Vice President of the United States. Because there is this kind of fated quality to her life. And then there's another move in March 2021. That's probably a change of location, but also a new job. And I'm assuming that sometime between January and March, she actually kind of gets into the job. It's not like it suddenly arrives on her plate in March, but it might take her a little while to get used to. So that's it. We're seeing astrology in action. We're seeing somebody with a fated destiny go from private to public. Think about that. It's a big deal. I also took a look at the chart for Joe Biden. And he's another one who doesn't easily come out into public. He's got a loaded 12th house, and that's unusual for anyone in the public eye. 12th house is somebody who wants to serve, who wants to give their life in service. But usually a 12th house means they do it behind the scenes. They do it quietly. But not him. He was willing to step forward again when other people are thinking about retirement. But he came forward at this time in history, just when we need somebody who talks about justice, compassion, and truth. He overcame an early stutter. And again, that's a big deal. But from what we can see, he has chosen strong women to be in partnership. women who are willing to stand up and make a difference. Now, I looked at his chart for the future, and I don't see changes for him until 2022. And again in 2029. That doesn't mean that there won't be changes. It's that he's set himself on a path, and he won't deviate from that. If there are changes, they're going to come to him. He's not looking for changes. And I guess that's a good thing. So, what do you think? Kamala Harris? Joe Biden? What are you hoping for? I'll talk to you soon. There's more. I wanted to look at the chart for Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham and see what we had in store for them. All right, I talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.